In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this iron board cover and face masks, and then I'm also doing laundry. So the supplies are very simple, just some fabric, some thread, and I did add a little bit of heat-resistant padding to it, some elastic, pins, sewing machine, yeah. So what I'm doing here is just measuring out 4 inches from the end of the ironing board that I have. The cover that I have on right now is stained and really ugly, so this is fabric that I had on hand since I'm not going anywhere, staying at home. So I cut that out, and now I'm tracing or just cutting around the ironing board with the padding. This is heat resistant padding that I'm using. You don't have to use heat resistant, I just had that on hand. Now I'm pinning this to the fabric, and I'm going to sew across, as you see a little bit later, but I'm just pinning it to have it hold in place. Now I am ironing on the hem, so I'm just folding over twice, and then I'll be able to put elastic in there, as you'll see in a little bit. Now I'm sewing in the hem. I'm leaving a 2-inch gap so I can add the elastic, but I'm just sewing all the way around at the edge. It's about a 1/2 inch seam allowance. It might be more in some spots, but that's what I'm doing. Face mask. I did go on Pinterest and take a look at some of the instructions. So I was going off the instructions and realized I did not like the instructions. As you'll see, I did switch things up a little bit, but it's the fabric. This is just a fat quarter, and I did cut it out at 15 inches by 8 inches, folded in half, and then sewed in at a half-inch seam allowance. Now I'm ironing it in, and then I'm going to be pinning the seams together, adding a little bit of elastic. This goes around your ears, and that's 7 inches. But as you'll see, I'm going to be changing it up. The first one, I did not do a hem on it. I did exactly what the directions said, so I sewed in the elastic, and then I'm going to add some pleats in just a moment. So this will cover your nose and your chin, so it's you know, covering enough of your face so you're not going to breathe in any viruses. So I went 1 inch in, and then a half inch, and then 1 inch and a half inch to make the pleats. Sewed a straight line across to secure the pleats in. And on the blue one, I am adding a hem, as you'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.